Day 17 of the national emergency. Are you still out there? I miss you. You know who I miss? Handymen, plumbers, electricians, people who know how to get the job done. In order to up our infection control game, I installed a series of clappers in the apartment, so now we don't have to touch light switches. I'm not very good with electrical, but clappers are pretty straightforward. Whoa. Not again. Seriously.
I told him he wasn't an electrician.
Franklin and Grace have been super busy. They teamed up with a bunch of other musicians and everyone in the family, and they created this video, Break Up in the Summer. Let's roll it.
I've never seen a seaside frown. What's the point of being tied down when the sun is out? You and me can have a good time, sipping on a drink's poolside in another life. Hate to see something so fine, wasting all the summer tan lines on a stupid guy. So try losing yourself in some fun and vibe. I can't be the only one. Everybody should break up in the summer, show it off and get somebody's number. Give it up, give out, get it under. I know it, you know it, don't blow it. Everybody should break up in the summer, show it off and get somebody's number. Give it up, give out, get it under. I know it, you know it. How does he compare to cheap wine? Gliding through the waves, high tide on a summer night. Promise that we'll get you cut up when the temperature starts to drop and the party stops. So try losing yourself in some fun and vibe. I can't be the only one. Everybody should break up in the summer, show it off and get somebody's number. Give it up, give out, get it under. I know it, you know it, don't know it. Everybody should break up in the summer, show it off and get somebody's number. Give it up, give out, get it under. I know it, you know it. Come and see what you've been missing. That same guy that you've been kissing. Come and see what you've been missing. That same guy that you've been kissing. Come and see what you've been missing. That same guy that you've been kissing. Come and see what you've been missing. That same guy that you've been kissing. Come and see what you've been missing. Wake up in the sun, same guy. Show it all and get somebody's. Come and see what you've been missing. That same guy. I know it, you know it. Come and see everybody just in the sun, same guy. Show it all and get somebody's. Come and see, give it all and get somebody's. That same guy. I know it, you know it. Don't blow it.
Oh my goodness. That music video has karate kicks and Fern and Taylor dancing in it. That's number one in my book, baby. All right, we've got the weekend food report. Now, Kate and I were looking through some photos that everyone sent in. And Kate decided that there was only one that really needed to be posted this week. This is something that I made. You know, it's something that I would have made actually before times. I call it mini pizzas or rice nachos. DM me if you want the recipe. We got a little bit of other housekeeping. This is our new schedule for this week. We also have 2 brand new graphics. This one from Sarah, beautiful. And Caleb made and sent us this, the Hunker, Hug, and Haven graphic for dispatches. Thank you, kids. And like we always say, it takes a Queen's village. We'll be right back in 1 second with Gus. This guy is going to knock your socks off for reals.
No, I'm sorry. I called you before because I thought I had a brain fart and I thought I had to call you. I always get so nervous on these like live stream things because I'm like, yes.
Well, no reason to be nervous. It's a family affair. Everyone knows that you are an amazing comedian.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
What's going on with you? Where are you right now?
So I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in Park Slope. I'm living my best life. Well, I have Prospect Park right next to me, and Prospect Park is really, it's nice, but because you can run, but it is crowded, I will say. No one is practicing social distancing. It's very stressful. But it is what it is. I like running. When I go for walks, I get very stressed out. And I'm like, I start yelling at people. I start cursing people out. It is what it is.
And so your family's from Greece?
Yeah, my family's from Greece. My family came here in 1984 from Greece. Both my parents and all my relatives as well. And my grandparents came here as well. And they're from like a tiny little Greek village. Let me tell you, this village is so small that one time I went on Google Maps and looked at the village and I saw everybody, just literally the entire population just sitting outside smoking a cigarette. And I was like, what is this? My aunt, I showed my aunt and she was like, oh, there I am. I was like, this is insane. I saw my Aunt Helen. I can't do this. And this village has one bathroom in the entire village. It has one bathroom. And they got that bathroom like 5 years ago on the same day that gay marriage was legalized in New York State. And I was like, love wins. Let me tell you, love wins, which is insane. This village is also like a crater in the earth. Like everyone thinks of Greece as like beautiful beaches and these white, all these white houses and Mykonos and like the good food. Well, it's not like that. It's not like Mamma Mia. It's more like Les Mis. I'm here to tell you. I'm just going to say it. It is, and this village is like a crater in the earth. You have to drive past like 2 miles of fields on your right, and then you start plummeting into the earth. And once you've lost cell phone reception, you're there. So you have to realize you have no cell phone reception. There's one toilet in the whole place and like one restaurant, which is insane. And the first time my parents came to America, they were just shocked by how many milks there were. Like the milk was really the thing that got them. They went to a supermarket. They went to like a food town or a Key Food. And my dad was like, I don't understand. Why is there so much milk? There is 1% milk. There is 2% milk. There is fat-free milk. There is whole milk. There is skim milk. There is half and half. There is coconut milk. There is almond milk. There is rice milk. There is hemp milk. There is almond milk. There is more there's coconut almond mixed milk. And he's like, in my village, we just had one cow for the whole village. One bathroom inside, one cow, no Wi-Fi. It's crazy. And I was like, all right, you're an insane person. Yeah.
Oh my God. And so, well, what about your relationship with your dad? Like, do you see your folks a lot? Like,
I do. My parents are in Brooklyn, so they're close by when there's no corona. And yeah, when there's no corona, I go see them all the time. But now they're kind of terrified, so we're making sure that we're quarantining and they're quarantining. But my parents are pretty chill. My mom doesn't speak any English, but my dad is a tailor, and he would spend a lot of time in Manhattan, so he's very like gay positive. And so like when I came out to my dad, he was like very supportive of the gay thing, and he was like, I thought you were going to tell me when we went to the Bahamas together. My dad planned a trip for me and him to go to the Bahamas together when I was 16 years old without my mom because she's a homophobic bitch, just me and him. And I didn't see the signs like while I was there, even though my dad was like really, really trying to get me to come out of the closet, right? Like the first night we got to the hotel pool and my dad like has a glass of wine and he starts crying and he's pouring his heart out to me. And he goes, I had a very rough childhood growing up in Greece. What about you? Like he really was trying so hard. And then we got to the hotel room and he started playing Golden Girls and he was like, this is a very good show. A very good show. And then the second night, my dad like really wanted to go clubbing because he's like a maniac. He loves clubbing. And so I asked the concierge for a club to go to. And the concierge sent me and my dad to a gay bar because he thought my dad was my sugar daddy, which is insane. It was nuts. We walked in, and my dad loved it. My dad walked in, ripped his shirt off like a prayer by Madonna was on. He was like, this is so fun, like shirt flying in the air. He was just like, this is so fun. I love this. I love. I didn't come out to my dad. I didn't come out to my dad till 4 years after that trip, if you can believe that. But the whole time I was in the Bahamas with him, I was like, is my dad gay?
God.
Is he gay? He's a tailor.
Oh my God.
Pretty funny.
Well, what about mom? Okay, so you brought her out, you mentioned her. Now, what about mom?
Oh yeah. So mom is different. Mom is a little homophobic. Like when I came out to my mom, she said, "You don't cook or clean. How can you be gay?"
Jesus.
And I was like, okay, just first of all, okay, Honey Nut Cheerios is a meal. I'm just gonna say what I just needed to get. She doesn't speak English, though. My mom really, I understand my mom. Like, she doesn't speak any English, if you can believe it. She's been here for 38 years and doesn't speak any English. Like, the only things my mom knows how to say in English are, hello, how are you? And I can't say it on the live stream. But, you know, you get the point. You get the point.
Totally get the point.
You warned me about language. I'm staying PG, okay?
PG.
This is rated PG with my language and some nudity. I'm just
Oh,
no nudity.
oh, I can't wait to see where we're going now.
I'm kidding. No, but seriously, so my mom, she doesn't speak English, so every time she goes to the supermarket, it's a crisis. She gets cherry Coke instead of regular Coke. It's a whole ordeal. Once she forgets how to say things all the time. She wanted a milkshake. She walked into a Baskin Robbins and she ordered a Happy Meal. Like, she doesn't know what the hell is happening. And the word milkshake in Greek is just milkshake. How do you forget milkshake? And she orders the same thing. She goes to Starbucks like 4 times a week and she gets the same thing at Starbucks. She gets a tall caramel frappuccino, but she doesn't know how to say tall caramel frappuccino. And I'm like, write it down, bitch. So she calls me 3 times a week or 4 times a week and asks me at 3 p.m., same time every day, and asks me, I'm at Starbucks, I'm going to hand you to the barista. And then she'll hand me to the barista and I have to be like, tall caramel frappuccino, and then hang up the phone. And I always hear the barista go like, who is this? It's so funny.
Oh my
So
God,
funny.
Gus. Oh. Hey, that's a life, right? Oh my God.
She didn't know how to delete a comment on Facebook. She says she uses voice to text on Facebook.
Yeah.
And because she doesn't know really how to like read or write in Greek either, so she'll use voice to text.
Yeah.
But sometimes she'll say the comment she wants to say, like, "Oh, have a nice day," but then she'll be like, "I hate that bitch" on the same thing,
Oh, no.
and it'll just send it as one sentence, and she'll just be like, "Okay, great," and then enter, and it sends, and then I have to call her and be like, "You said something bad on Facebook again. You've done it again." And then she'll be like, how do I delete this comment? And then I have to run her through the whole tutorial of how to delete a comment. It's insane.
Oh my God! Come on. Once all of this is over, we're all of us. We're all going to dinner. Like, absolutely, that has to happen.
I hope so. She's a hoot.
Oh my God, Gus. Well, thank you for spending some time with us. I'm going to post all your IG and everything so people can follow you and
so
find
much.
you. Yeah, and we'll do this again. This was great. God, I haven't laughed so hard in a long time.
I loved it. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me. This was great. It was great to do this.
Thank you, Gus. We'll talk soon. Be safe.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Ciao.
You too.
Oh my goodness. That was amazing. All right. I spent a lot of time this weekend talking to friends from all over the place, international, national, even some local. And I want to thank everybody for their concern for New York City. We are a dense population and we are an epicenter. But you know, at some level, this thing also just comes down to keeping your hands clean and not touching your face. I'm trying to get myself ready for these staggering numbers that are going to be coming this week. And I'm practicing unbridled sympathy for patients and everyone in the medical field. And I'm trying to remember that the common enemy is the virus and not politicians or my neighbors. Yeah, I mean, COVID-19 has taken away our restaurants and our hot dog carts for a time. But New Yorkers still have the right to flip the bird whenever they want. We still have some bagels, and we still have the Statue of Liberty. Today we got a boat called Comfort, and we got a field hospital in Central Park. Now we're thinking. I just want to mention that tonight on that music video we had Rankin on guitar, we had Grace Mann was the singer, Carrington Edmonson was on bass, and Elé Howell on drums, and Fern Rankin was on the boogie down. All right, hunker, hug, and haven. Be safe. See you on Wednesday.
Woohoo!